Island in New Zealand, here at roughly 12:15 in the day. Today, I'd like to show you my brain. Here it is. Here's my brain. I've decided to call it Alice after my daughter, and I'm sure she'll be very pleased when she finds out. I saw this in a second-hand shop, and I thought, wow, what a great opportunity this would be to be able to show people some of the different parts of the brain, or the parts that are most affected. Now, it's not a detailed version of the brain, but it does have some of the stuff that we can be interested in. In particular, inside, within the very core of the brain, you have what is known as the amygdala in the hypothalamus. And that is your first response unit. And when you're under stress, what happens is the amygdala will stimulate cortisol, which will then go over the frontal cortex, flooding the frontal cortex and reducing one's ability to think and rationalize. Yes, what is it?
Sorry, are you busy?
Yeah.
My bad.
Reducing one's ability to rationalize and think. So, one of the best ways to reduce the stress hormone when you find yourself in a state of anxiety is to breathe more deeply and not allow yourself to get jumped, gazumped, and rushed by events. I'm putting Alice down now because I'm going to talk a little bit more about the 5-day challenge. The 5-day challenge, I'm going to start running it as part of the live drops each day. So what I'm going to do in a rotation process is I'm going to run each day of the 5-day challenge consecutively. And each time that I post here live as a pattern interrupter, I will make sure that you know which day I'm dealing with. This means that if you want to engage with the 5-day challenge and you want to consider the import of it, then you can come in, take notes, make observations, ask questions, etc. And what I'm hoping to do with this is twofold. Actually, it's probably more than twofold. It is, in the first instance, it's going to be a great opportunity for me to sharpen my work and to focus my ideas. On another level, it's going to be a great opportunity for me to share those ideas with other people, and hopefully they can benefit from some of those ideas. And on another level, it'll be a great way for me to rehearse and to make relationships and make friends with people. So if you're interested in that, feel free, please do, to drop in each day for the Pattern Interrupter live drop. I will let you know approximately when I'm going to drop on the following day, because I can't always be available at the same time every day. I try for around midday, New Zealand's time. I don't know what that is, Pacific time, but I'll look into it. It may be that I can find a time which is best for New Zealand and Pacific time. So follow this page, follow this channel, like and subscribe, etc. And we'll see what we can do going forward. Later on today, I'm going to film a little bit more like an episode for the Pattern Interrupter channel, and that's going to be about the biological mechanisms and the neurology that accompanies the biological mechanisms. I'll show you a little bit about that now. I've got some notes in here. Here we go. Here are the notes. Some of the notes that I was putting together while I was in the laundrette the other day. Man, I haven't been in a laundrette for many a moon. But basically I thought, well, what's the best way to illustrate the relationship between this thing and this thing? And what I found is that your parasympathetic nervous system and your vagus nerve, they are linked intimately. We often think of the mind and the body as being separate entities, but in fact, they operate together, often unconsciously and often on a reflex kind of basis. For example, if you feel stressed and anxious, then the way that you breathe and your circulation and the way that you feel within yourself are going to be linked. It's almost as if the brain is sending signals to the body, and the body is reciprocating by sending signals back to the brain. So this means that if you are stressed, anxious, and upset, it may be that your circulation is affected, it may be that your breathing is affected, and it may be that you are shallow of breath, you may perspire, you may feel clammy. All sorts of physical responses to what's going on up there. And of course, then you suffer from a potential feedback loop, because what your brain is subconsciously telling your body is responding to, and then what your body is responding to is sending a message back to the brain, and so on, or maybe in a circular process. So I'm fascinated by this because it means that we are running patterns within ourselves. And if we are aware of those patterns, we can fix those patterns and we can learn new patterns. So what I'd like to put before you today on today's Pattern Interrupter live drop is this. If you ever feel stressed, upset, anxious, worried, start by taking a deep breath 3 or 4 times and calm yourself and your vagus nerve, your parasympathetic nervous system. Calm them both down together. Start to tell your body and your mind at the same time, everything's okay. Try and wrestle yourself away from the fight or flight or freeze mechanism by taking control and allowing your frontal cortex, the thinking part of your brain, to get some air into it, get some blood circulation, oxygen into it, calm yourself down, and then start thinking more rationally. By so doing, you're going to release yourself from those people who want to second guess you, jump you, startle you into complying with them. So that's today's daily drop. I hope it's useful to you. And I'd like to leave you with my final thought, if I may. Whatever it is you dare to do or dream, you can begin it now.